Good afternoon all. I'm continuing my video lecture series based upon database management system. Now we are continuing my previous video 3NF and BCNF. Now I'm continuing with previous video 4NF and 5NF. 4NF means the relation will be in 4NF. It will be the given table will be in BCNF and has no multi-value dependency. For a dependency A tends to B, if for a single value of A, multiple value of B exists, then the relation will be an multiple value dependency. Example here, student table, student ID, course, hobby. The given student table is in 3NF, but the course and hobby are two independent entities. Hence, there is no relationship between course and hobby. In student relation, a student with student ID 21 contains two courses, computer and maths, and two hobbies, dancing and singing. So there is a multiple dependency on student ID, which leads an unnecessary repetitions of data. So to make a above table into 4NF, we are going to decompose it into two tables. Maximum of 4, minimum of 2. Student course as an student course and as a one table, and student hobby is in one table. For student course, student ID tends to student course, and then student hobby, student ID tends to hobby. This is the 4NF. I'm continuing next 5NF. Relation is in 5NF if it is in 4NF and not contain any joint dependency, and joining should be lossless. 5NF is satisfied when all tables are broken into as many tables as possible in order to avoid redundancy. 5NF is also known as PJNF, Project Joint Normal Form. If you are having a table here, subject, lecture, semester, subject. In the above table, John takes both computer and maths classes for semester 1, but he does not take maths classes for semester 2. In this case, combination of all these fields required to identify valid data. Suppose we add a new semester as semester 3, but do not know about the subject and who will be taking the subject. So we leave lecture as subject as null. But all three columns together act as a prime key, so we cannot leave other two columns blank. So it makes to above table into 5NF. We are going to decompose into three tables, maximum of 5, minimum of 2. Now we are going to three tables. Semester as a subject, semester and subject, subject and lecture, semester and lecture. These are the decomposes three tables. And the next topic is functional dependency. Functional dependency is a relationship that exists between two attributes. It is typically exists between the primary key and non-key attribute within a table. X tends to Y. Left side of function dependency is known as determinant. The right side of production is known as dependent. For example, employee table with attribute employee ID, employee name, employee address. Here employee ID attribute can uniquely identify the employee name attribute of employee table, because if we know the employee ID, we can tell that employee name associated with ID with it. A function dependency can be written as employee ID tends to employee name. We can say that employee name is function dependent as on employee ID. The next topic is types of function dependency. We are having two types of function dependency: trivial function dependency, non-trivial function dependency. Trivial function dependency means A tends to B has trivial function dependency. If B is a subset of A, the following dependencies are also trivial. A tends to A, B tends to B. Consider, we are having an example here. Consider an table like two column employee ID, employee name. Employee ID and employee name subset tends to employee ID is a trivial function dependency, as employee ID is a subset of employee ID name. Also employee ID tends to employee ID and employee name tends to employee name are trivial dependency too. Non-trivial dependency means A tends to B has a no trivial function dependency if B is not subset of A. When A intersections B is null, then A tends to B is called as complete non-trivial. ID tends to name tends to date of birth. These are the types of function dependencies. Function dependency means will be A tends to B. A will be fully functional with B will be dependent on A. So it is a function dependency. Thank you.